and welcome back. My name's Nela Maat, and today we're going to be channeling messages. This is going to be for the week of September 15 all the way till the 19th. Please remember to take what resonate and leave the rest. And so let's go. So first of all, Virgo, as I was praying and preparing, setting intentions, I was shuffling the cards and clearing the energy, and I received the card of gain, Venus and Scorpio. And so that energy speaks of hard work paying off, consistent efforts that are manifesting momentum, a time for growth, for expansion. Speaks of also of paying attention to details, focus, determination, being blessed by the universe, being blessed by Jupiter, by Venus. And so there's a lot of positivity. There's a lot of positive energy. We just have to pay attention to our physical vessel. We don't want to go into being too focused on the outcomes or into manifesting the outcomes. And it's important to find balance within everything that we're doing. That's the thing, though, because the shadow aspect is like workaholism or being overly attached to the outcomes, and then we go into frustration and all of the things. So Virgo, all right, so paying attention to your health and attending to your responsibilities, you know what I mean, is very important. Let's see. We have Mercury and Sagittarius with the Eight of Wands. And this card speaks of feeling activated, feeling lots of fire, feeling expansive, but it also speaks about moments to where we can feel tired, overly sensitive. Pay attention to your internal dialogue, right? The thing with Mercury is that we can also feel, we can become explosive, okay, with Mercury and Sagittarius, and we can go into projecting our frustration. So there's something here, an energy of, you're receiving energy, right? You are being given energy in order for you to move forward. This is a time for growth, for expansion, for learning, for putting yourself out there. However, right, there still is sensitivity within the energy. So this is why dancing with our day-to-day is very important, and not going into becoming forceful, the shadow of Sagittarius, and then getting so attached to our ways or what we believe that is true, and then we start to project it onto others, and that creates a lot of anger and frustration. And in true, the shadow aspect is that we're wanting to control, and we can want to be very forceful. So we want to pay attention to that energy, Virgo, okay? We have the energy of Leo here with the energy of lust. And this energy, it speaks of utilizing our actual energy in order to create something long lasting, something positive. This is about reconciling with our passions, and there is a sense of renewed faith and in renewal, okay? This is receiving a lot of ideas and a lot of creativity in order for us to bring into fruition or to birth something through our divine feminine, being supported by divine masculine. and being carried by our energy of creation. Okay, and so how we also tame this energy is very important, because once again, the thing with these two energies is that it can create frustration. And so we have we have to work with fire. We have to work with fire. That's what it is, and mastering the element of fire. So we have to know how to express it in a healthy way. We have to become also sustainable, because there's the shadow aspect of Sagittarius and Leo too, right? Workaholism and control, power hungry. We have the Queen of Cups. So we have now water energy, right? So we have the divine feminine coming in. So the divine feminine with this Queen of Cups is saying balance, harmony, right? There's a way to bring things into creation that do not have to be coming from a place of wanting to control. And I feel like these are the main lessons, or these are the main lessons. Learning to not be so attached to outcomes, giving a space to not just ourselves but other people to choose. So we're integrating shadow aspects related to control and being forceful, and learning to deal when the side of Mercury in Sagittarius, or the energy of Leo, comes up, which is fire. So how can we deal with fire and emotions that are rooted in fire, like anger and frustration? And how can we deal with our passions? And how can we then, in a way, tame that into something positive? That's the thing. Those are the lessons. So the Queen of Cups here says nurturing, slow and steady, just a structure. However, what are your needs, right? What are your priorities? Relax, trust, and allow yourself to receiving. And that's something so freaking, it creates a lot of frustration, learning to receive, because we're so used to existing in the devil, right? We are getting out of survival. We're getting out of the patriarchal way of things. We're getting out of seeking validation and approval from the outside. And so the journey of becoming a conscious co-creator, right? A conscious manifester, takes you into you understanding polarity and duality and frequency and vibration. It takes you into respecting the laws and remembering that there is another way to create things. And so, yeah, this feels very good. So with the devil here, right? This is we're healing. We're healing and transforming our devil. And so there's a lot of spiritual energy, healing energy happening right now. We're learning to understand the freaking devil, because we have to integrate our shadow. Because the moment you reject that aspect of your shadow, then you are going to feel separated. So we have to understand our shadow, and then learn to transform our shadows to be at service to the soul. So Virgo, you are going through integration, and you are also obviously healing. So there's a beautiful evolution happening within you and your human experience, and then your soul. There's a lot of learning, there's a lot of wisdom, and there's a lot of preparation. The Hierophant. Right now, you are the teacher, but you are also the student. And so The creator is preparing you and is helping you understand yourself more, understand your light and your shadow, your masculine and your feminine. The Princess of Cups. So once again, we have all this fire here. We have this very fiery energy here. And then we have this watery energy. So water and fire working together to manifest something that it comes from a place of balance and harmony, and not from a place of freaking out and wanting to force and fear of missing out. So, okay, so the message from the Hierophant is know your needs, know your values, attend to your responsibilities, right? Embrace your day-to-day life. The Prince of Cups says there are cycles to everything, and think of what is happening in your life as healing. So behind the things that are unfolding on your life, you're meant to be transforming. And if you think about it, integration of our healing happens when we practice what we preach. And so there's been a lot of things that have come clear to you about your shadow and when it's healing, and there are things unfolding on your life, and those things are bringing revelations. And so now it is our job, or it is your job, to integrate the lessons, and of course you must understand it. So we are going through a process of healing. You are healing, and healing happens in our day-to-day life. Since we freaking start our day till the end of the day when we go to sleep, that healing is not linear. It's spirals and spirals. And so, all right, one more. We have completion with Venus and Aries. So you're experiencing a huge transformation. This is affecting the way you see and perceive who you are and who you are not. There's a lot of unpacking. There's a lot of shifting about, your personality and what you believe you are capable of manifesting, and how. With the number 4 here, foundation. So there's a shift in your perspective and your perception of yourself, of the things you do, but there's also a rebuilding with the strong foundations from within. So, all right, anything else? So you are right now integrating your shadow, and you are making the devil your friend. And that's the beauty of it. So you're going through a period of integration and spiritual understanding. All right, Virgo, keep on doing the work. Remember that it's in your day-to-day life. Nurturing, slow and steady. You're healing survival. Everything is working out. You're protected. All right. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know if this resonated. I love you, Virgo. You are amazing.